Hi, this is Emily Salguero, editor-in-chief of the Echo, Cal Lutheran student newspaper. Cal Lutheran athletic teams have returned in full swing, as many COVID-19 restrictions have been lifted this semester. The hockey team is one of the many groups on campus that is excited to begin playing again. The team is in a unique position where they are actually considered a club, as they are not part of the National Collegiate Athletic Association. Despite their position, the club has still been able to find ways to expand after the pandemic as they ease into the fall 2021 semester. Our reporter, Lauren DeRosa, got the chance to connect with some of the hockey team's players to get some more insight on how the club is adjusting to all their new changes this year.
Hi, my name is Lauren DeRosa. I am a senior, and my major is in communications with an emphasis in PR and a minor in women's studies. And I am a reporter for the Echo.
Welcome, Lauren. So you did some reporting on Cal Lutheran's hockey club. Because they aren't a part of the NCAA, they aren't designated as an official Cal Lutheran team. Can you explain a little bit more about what that means for the club?
So what this means for the club is that unfortunately they are not able to get funding from the athletics department themselves, and they're not able to officially use the Kingsmen logo. However, they were able to form an official club, and they do receive funding from the ASCLUG, and that is the student government of CLU. And so they receive a stipend for their club from them, and they're also able to pay their own dues. And that is why they're able to compete within their conference. They are currently members of the Western Coast Hockey Conference, and they are able to meet different teams and be able to compete that way.
And so this is the biggest hindrance to their performance as a team. Is it? Is it the fact that they can't, that they don't get the funding from the school?
I believe that they actually are able to make do with the funding. Like I said, they receive a small amount from the government, from the school government, but because they do have to pay a stipend themselves to the team so that they are able to afford practicing in the rink and having their gear, they've been able to continue to compete regularly and as well as travel. So they also do games away from home. I don't believe that that's hindered their performances at all as well. In fact, I think it makes them a little bit closer because it is something that you have to seek out yourself.
And so the hockey team has grown a lot since the last time they played during the 2019-2020 season. Can you tell us a little bit more about some of the changes that the team has encountered?
Of course. So because the hockey season usually ends in February, right at the end of 2020, they were unable to play for the next year. They were unable to have another season. And so in that period, they had 7 seniors graduate, and they've had 8 new members join since. And with that has also come 2 new female, otherwise known as the Regals, and they also play on the team. And most of the team is consisting of sophomores, and they've been wonderful because they are able to help grow and raise the team from a new perspective and new roots. And they've been wonderful teammates as well, from what many of their players have said.
And originally, they also had a partnership going with Moore Park College, correct? They had some players who participated from Moore Park so that they could fill their roster?
That is correct. It was up until this coming season, or this current season, that they were originally a merger with Moore Park, but now they have enough seats filled so that it is only CLU students that are playing. And it's still the largest amount of people that they have had on the ice and on the benches.
And that's great. What kind of things do you know that the hockey team is looking forward to for this season?
I think because of so many new faces that they've joined in the team, there is a new chemistry that they are trying to develop, as well as a new sense of fondness between each other because of the lack of communication for a year that was in person and the inability to get on the ice at all because of it being off season as well when sports started opening back up. So I believe that the initiative of this group and the fact that because it is a club, it was not guaranteed to come back unless someone continued. I think it really shows the resilience of the team itself, as well as especially the club's leaders, the president, Keith Walker, and secretary, Mikey Casera.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Lauren. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Here's what else you need to know this week. The new Swenson Science Center has officially begun hosting fully in-person classes since it opened in 2020 during the pandemic. Students and professors are looking forward to breaking in the new facility. Our reporter, Taylor Love, has more on this story. Cal Lutheran alumna and former student athlete Holly Ropke has returned to the university as she was hired as the new senior director of athletics in July. Our reporter, Emily Fine, has more on this story. All of the news discussed on this podcast can be found at cluecho.com. Thank you for listening.